I'm out here chilling, and I just wanted to make a video real quick. Kind of, and you can hear the cars in the background. Everyone knows I like to film outside. But what I wanted to make my video about today was an issue that's really important to me. Having gotten back in the vape game, uh, I wanted to talk for a second about advocacy and what and why it's so important. Advocacy is important for the reason that if you think about it, for everyone who vapes, and for even if those of you who don't, just hear me out. Shit. There you go. My hat's falling apart, or my beanie, just like our season. Just like our season's falling apart. Anyway, for those of you who don't know why this is important, I want you to think back to the days where you smoked, or if you are a smoker, or just anything. Think about that. Or think about a day where you might have been an alcoholic, or you might have been addicted to drugs, or something like that. Because, addictions are addictions, whether or not they're to smoking, to drugs, to alcohol. They're addictions. You're addicted to a substance. Now, a lot of people say when you're a vapor, you're addicted to it too. You can still be addicted to the nicotine. You're not addicted to the other stuff that's in there, but you could be addicted to the nicotine, and you could also be addicted to psychological actions, meaning that, something that, a physical action you could be addicted to. Now, I want you to imagine that, you're addicted to something and you know it's bad and you know you don't want to do it, but you do it anyway. You sort of feel a slave to it. That's what cigarettes are like to a lot of people. To me, when I was smoking, there's times where I would have a dip in and I would be smoking at the same time. No joke. I was a pack-a-day smoker, Marlboro Blacks. That's almost $60. And sometimes it'd be more than a pack. So that's almost $60 a week on Marlboros. Now, when I vape, it depends. If I drip, I vape about 15 mils a day. If I tank, which is most days, I don't know, I'm vaping somewhere around, 5 mils, which isn't much. I also DIY. I have some of my own juice steeping. Again, since I left the vape game and came back, obviously I don't have any more of the liquids I used to DIY, so I've got to rebatch everything and make it again and let it steep, because I make cereals and I make custards, so they only last, it takes a while. They don't last very long. That's why I have so many commercial juices too. Stuff that's already steeped that I can vape while my own stuff is steeping. Now, I am going to post this in Cloud Chasers Inc. I don't want this to go down as a self-promotion because I don't sell the liquid. I vape it for myself. I'll give it to friends if they want some, or if anybody wants to try it, I'll mail it to you. I don't charge you for it. But I will let you have some. The batch I have now is probably just about ready, so if anybody wants to try some, let me know. But just know that I only have about 30 mils of it, so and I would prefer it steeps more, but it's probably vapable at this point. But anyway, back to what I was saying. So when you find something like vaping, because I tried everything, man. I tried everything. From fucking patches to... Oh, YouTube just demonetized my video. Well, they probably demonetized it anyway because I was talking about vaping. So, fuck that. I'll curse as much as I want to now because I know that it's demonetized anyway. But I tried fucking vaping, or not vaping. Well, I think vaping is what got me off of smokes. But I tried the patch. I tried gum. I tried fucking everything. Everything. I even tried the no tobacco clove cigarettes. Nothing worked. Nothing worked. Nothing at all. I tried everything that I could try. Everything. And nothing worked. It all stopped. After a couple of days, I went back to cigarettes. I found myself back in a fucking gas station or something somewhere, wanting more cigarettes. Wanting to get more cigarettes. It didn't work. It did not work. What did work was the very thing the FDA is sticking its hands into now. Vaping. Now, why that's important is for one reason. It's because people are saying that, oh, but they're not taking vaping away. They're not outlawing it. You can still do it. Yeah, you can technically still do it. But let me ask you this. As part of these new regulations, do the majority of you know what these regulations are pushing for? Keep in mind, I personally know 2 vape shop owners. And I don't know the new owner of Cloud Chasers Inc. personally, but I know through speaking to him through Facebook Instant Messenger, dude's a legit guy. They're all legit people in that group as far as I could see. It's been a while since I've been a member of it, but having gone back, it's the same as... Actually, it's actually better, I think, than when I left it last time. I left during the whole vaping with Twisted 420 Rip Trippers drama because though I have my opinions on Rip, I think that the vape community infighting with each other while all these regulations are coming down isn't going to help. It's going to hurt us. We can take care of trivial issues after we take care of the elephant in the room. And right now, the elephant in the room is the FDA. So, till then, we shouldn't be worrying about anything with them, But anyway, they're not taking away vaping. You're right, they're not. But what they are doing is, you want to develop a new flavor, you want to develop a new mod, some kind of thing that's new to the vaping industry, a new product, good. Go through your application process, and now fork over $1 million, or almost $1 million, to the FDA for approval for every product, for every mod, for every Sigalike, for every Ego battery, for every juice. We need that FDA approval. And $1 million over for every product. Every one. Who's going to compete with that? Who's going to compete with that? Who's going to be able to hand over that much money? Most of these companies here, they're mom and pop shops. I mean, yeah, you have your big ones like Suicide Bunny and fucking Cutwood and Smock and fucking Inokin and all that other ones. But a lot of these ones, they're mom and pop shops. A lot of these vape shops, they're not fucking J-Vapes. They're master vapors or extreme vapors. They're little companies. They're not the Lucky Strikes of the vaping industry. They're the fucking RJ Reynolds and Philip Morris. And hey, listen, one of those companies may own Lucky Strikes now, but you get the point of what I'm saying. I'll be right back. Anyway, as I was saying, it's the big companies that are gonna succeed. Now, vaping won't completely disappear. Vaping won't completely disappear. Hold on for a second. That's a fact. Because, well, let's just face it. Some of the big tobacco companies like Philip Morris and RJ Reynolds and Altria, who owns the Mark 10, the electronic cigarette. If any of you have ever tried those, you know they're shit. Those are owned by big tobacco. So you're gonna have some people that will stay on those. But what about the people like me who use mods and who like to customize their vape, who like sub-ohm tanks and rebuildable dripping tank atomizers and all that other stuff? What about the hobbyists? What about the people like me? Look, it's not the vaping. Let's put it this way. The actual active vaping has very little to do with the fact of me staying off cigarettes now. But it was important when I first quit smoking. Now, I want you to guys, even if you're not a vapor, even if you're a smoker, that's anybody on my channel, I want you to go to a shop, to a vape shop. Just find one. There's usually a little lounge area where you can sit down, just sit there for an hour or so and interact with the vaping community. And you'll find that, there's people from all walks of life. I mean, look at the difference between indoor smokers, Matt and Vanessa from Suck My Mod, vaping with Twisted 420, Rip Trippers, vaping with Rob, Convicted Vapes. Look at all those channels. Do you think them people have anything in common or everything in common? Probably not. But that's the beautiful thing about the community that we have. You have people from all walks of life. From every which end of the earth, from every different kind of home, from everything. And you walk in that vape shop, and what are we doing? We're sitting down, toking on a vape, like creating bonds and friendships. I'm an introvert. I'm a total introvert. But I don't mind walking into a shop for an hour or so and chilling with, some of the coolest people that I've ever fucking met. That I've ever met. Because we have a kick-ass community. Yeah, there are things that are wrong with it. Just like every community. Just a minute ago, when you saw me go, Rip Trippers. Do I like Rip Trippers? Not really. He's not my kind of style. Am I suspicious of him? Oh, yeah. Would I sit down and vape with him, have a beer with him, and chill with him? Sure I would. Sure I would. I may disagree with him a lot. I may think that he promotes, bad products. Not bad, but products. I think he overhypes stuff. Put it that way. But I'm not going to attack him. I put out a video a couple years ago that gained a little bit of traction. It only got about 1,000 views. Well, I did badmouth him. And if I agreed with taking videos down, I would. But I don't, because I like to see my progression throughout YouTube. I like to see some of the things some of my earlier videos are cringy as fuck. Some of my new videos are cringy as fuck. But to see the difference of where I started and what is going on with me now, there's a million different things that I would have changed or said different, but I don't. Anyway, back then I was also a smoker. A lot of my old videos, you can see me smoking on camera, which those of you who know me or have watched me for a long time know that I have breathing issues anyway. Very, very bad sinus issues. I had no business smoking. But I picked up a cigarette when I was 7 and smoked until I was 28. Okay? It's 21 years that I was chained to an addiction. And when you say, when you were 7 you weren't addicted, motherfucker, let me tell you something. I came up with more ways to sneak into my mom's bedroom and steal her cigarettes. I came up with more ways to do that than anything. If I wanted to smoke, I was gonna fucking get one. Whether or not it was legal or not, I was gonna steal them from somebody. I've stolen them from the store. I've stolen them from the store. I've gone in, like when I was a kid, when I was like 14, 15, I would go into shops, and ask a shop owner, hey, can you get this for me? Or whatever. And while they were getting something for me, hey, fucking lift a pack of cigarettes or 2. I've done shit like that. If I wanted to fucking smoke, I was gonna fucking get a cigarette. I was gonna get one. That's the addict mind frame. And when you have people that are willing to do that, that's what fucking addicts do. That's why I say that if you are a smoker and you're addicted to it, you are an addict. You're an addict, just like I was. And what do you have to show for it? A bunch of spent money, some ashes in a fucking ashtray or in a bucket, and some cigarette butts. And maybe a couple empty packs laying around the house or something. Me, on the other hand, first off, if I got to a situation where, I've been low on juice or something, I got a friend of mine that's on my Facebook. He's also subscribed here, but I'm not going to say his name. I've actually had times where I was low on juice or something, and he's like, here's a bottle, get me back when you can, or if I'm low next time, you come and talk to me, and you let me have something that you have or whatever, and I've done it. Walk into a vape shop, Hey, listen, I really want to try this juice, but I don't quite have enough money for it, because some of the juices are expensive. And if you live on a budget and you budget well, you really can't afford to stray very far away from it. I'm like, I save money and stuff, and I'm okay. I'm not asking for it, I'm not hurting for it, but sometimes, man, I walk into a shop and I'm like, hey, listen, that $30 bottle of juice sounds good, but I don't have $30 to spend on it. Because even though I DIY, some things you just need to buy from professional people who make it. And they'll give it to you. Or they'll say, okay, listen, we'll give you a discount, whatever. Because that is the type of community this is. So with all these regulations on having to post these they're $1 million per product, or anywhere even close to that. And all these filings with the FDA that you have for flavors and all other kinds of shit. And regulating the size bottles they could be in and all that stuff. This is all ridiculous, man. This is all ridiculous. Big Pharma and Big Tobacco were in bed together. This is a big fight. A big fight. This is a huge fucking fight. Okay? I don't know if a lot of vapors realize this, but I kept up with stuff as I was still kind of part of the community, but I was still keeping up with regulations because I knew there was a good chance that I would go back to it if I felt like smoking again. That's what happened. I went back to it because I felt like smoking again. But this is a big fucking fight. Big Pharma and Big Tobacco don't give a flying fuck about this. None. Okay? None. They don't give a shit. And that's the problem, is that they've got all this infighting and all these regulations going on while these two industries who don't give a fuck about us are getting ready to crush us. And we're not even looking at it. We're worried about what Rip Trippers is doing. We're worried about, all other kinds of stuff. What we're not worried about is these two big industries that are coming to knock us the fuck out. Okay? This isn't George Foreman versus fucking, Muhammad Ali. This is fucking George Foreman versus a middle school kid in terms of how big our industries are. And when we're already at the disadvantage, and the FDA is doing nothing but helping us be at more of a disadvantage, we gotta do better than this for advocacy. So join CASA.org, fight for your vaping rights, keep up with this stuff, man. Cancer runs in my family. Cancer has taken a couple family members from me. A couple. Okay? And a few of them have cancer right now. Right now. And one of them was from throat cancer. So a family member of mine beat it via surgery. But throat cancer. From smoking. From fucking smoking. We're letting these industries tear our lives and families apart and cost us family members and loved ones and friends and everybody. And we're trying to squash the one thing that has proven to be more successful, or not we, but Big Pharma and Big Tobacco are trying to squash the one thing that has been proven to be successful. Although it's not marketed as a smoking cessation device, let's face it, a lot of us are here because it's fucking helped us quit. And they're trying to take that from us. I don't know how you guys feel about this video. I might get some dislikes, I might get some likes, I don't care. But the message has to be put out there that these industries, they don't give a flying fuck about what smoking does to you. Or alcohol, for that matter. All they know is that if they can keep you addicted, they keep the money flowing. With Big Pharma, If they can treat you, they don't have to cure you. And if they can keep you addicted to something that you need treatment for, all the more better. Fucking two industries benefit off of you. Because now you're buying cigarettes all the time, and then when you get fucking cancer or another disease like COPD or anything like that, you're gonna run to Big Pharma for fucking treatments. And they're never quite gonna work. They'll work for a little bit, something else will come out, and then they'll recommend something else to you. They don't give a fuck. But the one thing they don't want you doing is leaving an industry that is keeping them in fucking business. Fuck them. Both of them. Later.